Hello, everyone. I'm Renowned Zero, and today we're going to be talking about Quentin Tarantino having some words to say about Marvel actors not being movie stars, saying Captain America is the star, not Chris Evans. And it's very interesting how certain people in the MCU are melting down on Twitter. We'll go through it after we go through this article from Variety. But before we get started, if you guys liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. It really helps a lot. Comment below and subscribe for more content like this, as well as our comic series that we're doing tomorrow. Again, the second one coming out, probably going to be reviewing Blade Devil or Inglorious Rex. We do have a review for ISOM issue number 1, written by the great Eric July. If you'd like to check it out, I will leave a link below in the description. Let's jump right into it. Quentin Tarantino says Marvel actors aren't movie stars. Captain America is the star, not Chris Evans. Jennifer Aniston made headlines at the start of November when she declared there are no more movie stars. It's a statement that Quentin Tarantino agrees with, as evidenced by the director's recent interview on Two Bears One Cave podcast. Tarantino attributed the loss of the movie stars to the Marvelization of Hollywood. Quote, part of the Marvelization of Hollywood is you have all these actors who have become famous playing these characters. Tarantino said, but they're not movie stars, right? Captain America is the star, or Thor is the star. I mean, I'm not the first person to say that. I think it's been said a zillion times, but it's like, it's these franchise characters that become a star. For Tarantino, Captain America is a star and not Chris Evans. I'm not even putting them down, frankly, to tell you the truth. The director said earlier about the movie stars no longer existing in bulk, but that is one of the legacy of the Marvelization of Hollywood movies. Tarantino also clarified in the interview that he does not hate Marvel movies, but dislikes them for being the only product Hollywood is interested in making these days. For the most part, yeah, it's basically superhero movies. Look, I used to collect Marvel comics like crazy when I was a kid, Tarantino said. There's an aspect to if these movies were coming out when I was in my 20s, I would be totally fucking happy and totally love them. I mean, they wouldn't be the only movies being made. They would be those movies amongst other movies. But, I'm almost 60, so yeah. No, I'm not quite as excited about them. My only axe to grind against them is they're the only things that seem to be made, he added, and they're the only things that seem to generate any kind of excitement amongst the fan base, or even for the studio making them. That's what they're excited about. And so it's just the fact that they are the entire representation of this era of movies right now. There's not really much room for anything else. That's my problem. He's just stating facts here, honestly. Like, it's either a Marvel movie or DC movie. There's really nothing exciting about modern movies, though. That's the whole problem. Everything is just woke propaganda, ideological garbage nowadays, for the most part. Everything is pretty much there. You'll find some pockets here and there of movies that are good popping up, like Bullet Train or The Northman or Everything Everywhere All at Once, things like that. But for the most part, it's just mostly superhero movies coming out nowadays. Don't expect Tarantino to ever get involved in the MCU. The director said earlier this month he would not helm a Marvel movie because if you have to be hired hand to do those things. I'm not a hired hand. I'm not looking for a job. Tarantino should just continue to do his movies because he continues to put out bangers like all the time. So like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was one of them. So, but we do have a certain Simu Liu who felt the need to chime in on comments made by Tarantino by basically saying if the only gatekeepers to movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese, which by the way, The Irishman by Scorsese was fantastic, even though it was 3.5 hours. It was a fantastic gangster movie. I highly recommend it. I would never have had the opportunity to lead a $400 million plus movie. Pause. Here's the thing, Simu Liu. There are movies that have been around well before anyone talked about Tarantino or Scorsese. For example, we have Enter the Dragon. This is a movie that came out in 1973. Guess what? An Asian person was in this movie. It was a movie starring Bruce Lee. The budget for this movie was $850,000. Can you tell me how much it made? Oh, it made $400 million without supposed gatekeeping from Scorsese or Tarantino. But for some reason nowadays, a movie can't make $400 million because apparently two white dudes that are very popular that make great films supposedly gatekeep. They clearly didn't gatekeep your ability to make the movie, which you justified in your comments. They didn't gatekeep your ability to make a $400 million plus movie and barely break even. By the way, barely even make money on your movie. Somehow, like, do you not see the irony in what you're saying? Clearly, they didn't do it. They did such a poor job of quote unquote gatekeeping that you were able to make money and make $400 million on a film. Which, by the way, you're the same guy that said, like, you're the first Asian representation in a hero or movie or whatever in a movie. Meanwhile, there's been plenty of actors before you that are better than you in every way possible, including Bruce Lee, including Jet Li, Donnie Yen, Jackie Chan. There are plenty of Asian actors that are better than you at acting, by the way. You're pretty much garbage compared to all these other guys who are Asian that are better than you at acting. So, let's cut the bullshit, bro. I am in awe of their filmmaking genius. They are transcendent ulterior. They don't get to point their nose at me or anyone. First of all, anything Tarantino or Scorsese has made will transcend anything Marvel comes out with. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's just the truth. And they've definitely made stuff that's better than any of the MCU garbage that's come out in the recent years. Let's be real now. No movie studio is or ever will be perfect, but I'm proud to work with one that has made sustained efforts to improve diversity on screen by creating heroes that empower and inspire people of all communities everywhere. I love the Golden Age too, but it was white as hell. Again, let's see. Here's a film for you. Kill Bill Volume 1. That has a white person. That has a white woman as the main character. Oh, who else was in this film? An Asian woman named Lucy Liu? Are you stupid, bro? Like, are you that dumb? That you use this bullshit diversity narrative because people like you are so fucking dumb that you have no diversity of thought. You talk about diversity for diversity's sake. You have no diversity of thought because you're such a low IQ motherfucker that you can't see straight. Kill Bill came out well before any MCU movie, any Marvel movie that's been relevant. We had movies like Alien or Aliens. They had Latino people. They had women. Like, dude, like, where are you getting this bullshit diversity garbage from? Like, you're so stupid, bro. Like, we've had Latino actors, we've had black actors since the 30s, bro. Like, are you stupid? Are you really that stupid? Yes, you probably are, because you're in Hollywood. Most of the people in Hollywood are fucking morons and fucking stupid like you. Let's continue. So, of course, we go to the comments here. We have an interesting video from Anthony Mackie himself that basically talks about the exact same thing Quentin Tarantino mentioned. Let's take a listen.
Business has gone to, like, there are no movie stars anymore. Like, Anthony Mackie isn't a movie star. The Falcon is a movie star. And that's what's weird. It used to be with Tom Cruise and Will Smith and Stallone. And
very interesting. Very interesting that even people in your business, in your MCU, show you how stupid you sound.
Schwarzenegger, when you went to the movies, you went to go see the Stallone movie.
Like Rocky and Rambo.
You went to go see the Schwarzenegger movie.
Like Predator and Terminator.
Now you go see X-Men. So the evolution of the superhero has meant the death of the movie star. And that's the fear now, because you're now making
So there you go.
movies for 16-year-olds and China.
It's true, though.
And
They are
that's
making
it.
movies for China. Disney's
You
pretty
think
much
of some of your
doing
favorite
that all the
movies
time.
growing up, those movies wouldn't get made today.
Goonies,
Wouldn't get made today.
Halloween,
Wouldn't get made today.
Which, by the way, Goonies had diversity in it.
Thing.
Wouldn't get made today.
Damn.
So yeah, stupid people like him don't understand how stupid they actually sound. But let's go. Let's see. Robert Downey Jr., let's go through your filmography. What have you done since Endgame? You done Doolittle. It was a failure. No one cared. No one showed up. even with the supposed star power that Robert Downey Jr. has, right? Let's see. Chris Evans, what has he done? Free Guy, which I haven't seen. Oh, Lightyear? You mean that flop from Disney where they lost tons of money because no one gives a shit about you as Lightyear? People cared about Tim Allen as being Buzz Lightyear. We cared about him as a toy, not as a seemingly actual human. Mark Ruffalo, let's see, what do you have? You did She-Hulk, garbage Marvel show that no one cares. They cucked your character for the most part in the MCU. You're not really the Hulk. You're just some beta male version of the Hulk. Who else? Jeremy Renner? At least Jeremy Renner has Mission Impossible to fall back on. And he's actually a good actor compared to Mark Ruffalo. Or even like Chris Evans. Chris Evans is literally only good in being Captain America for the most part. And not another team movie. This is the only things I remember him doing. Not another team movie and Captain America. And Scott Pilgrim. But no one talks about that because people didn't like the movie. And they think it started an era with fat whales doing the blue hair thing. Scarlett Johansson. Again, Black Widow. That's all people really know you as. Black Widow. And Natasha Romanoff. I did like her in that one Netflix movie with, what's his name that did Kylo Ren. You know, the main guy who did Kylo Ren. I like that movie. That movie was really good. Jojo Rabbit, I think, is the older one that people talk about. Other than that, what do people really talk about her about? That's it. Scarlett Johansson is just basically Black Widow. So you fall out of graces when you stop doing Marvel, which is basically what something like Quentin Tarantino's talking about. You say, oh, we're gonna go see Black Widow, we're gonna go see Captain America. We're not seeing Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson. By the way, the Black Widow movie was dog shit too. So it's like, he's 100% right. So and even Anthony Mackie confirms it. So if you want to play this game, Simu Liu, about how there's like some improved diversity, you need to look in the mirror and look through your history of movies. Look through a history of movie making and see that there was plenty of diversity, but no one really cared back then of what the characters looked like. It's only people like you who show who you truly are, and all you care about is skin color, not the person that's playing the character. And y'all like to call everybody the Istanphobes, but it's like y'all the ones that act like that and actually care. Y'all the ones that care about skin color. People just care about good entertainment, unlike your bitch ass. You want to sit up here and complain about diversity. Meanwhile, there's been diversity in movies forever. Hell, Empire Strikes Back came out in 1983. Had a black guy named Billy D. Williams playing Lando Calrissian. Everyone who loved Star Wars loved Lando Calrissian. No one cared that he was black at all. We just liked his character, and Billy D. Williams playing him was very charismatic. And that's what we liked about Lando Calrissian. He's a charismatic dude who ran his own business in Cloud City. But you don't actually care about these things. You just sit up on your woke platform and you virtue signal like a little bitch all day. It's like nobody cares. And then on top of all that, when people call you out on your bullshit, you make this dumbass tweet. Bracing for loser internet trolls like I'm a dumbass looking like Simu Liu. Looking like I'm supposed to be Shang-Chi. But you look dumb. You just look dumb. That's it. You just look dumb. Plain and simple. You're shilling for this garbage movie. People make fun of you because you are a stock photo guy. And because you got one supposed popular Marvel movie, which you got cucked in by a female who was better than you at everything in the movie, you think you're some shining, bright, hollow-hailed person that we should give a shit about. Because you made one Marvel movie. Like, get the fuck out of here with your entitlement. Your narcissism is just insane. Insanely bad. But that's all I have for today, guys. Be sure to hit the like button if you do like the video. Comment below what you think about all this. Subscribe for more content. And as always, I will see you all on the next one. Peace.